And welcome back to our YouTube channel Imitex Lawyers. In previous video we have discussed part A1 of application I-589, that is for application for asylum and for withholding of removal. In today's video we will discuss part 2, which is about your spouse and children. If you are not married, then you will check this box and skip this whole section and move towards your children. Okay, and if you are married, then you will not check this box and you will have to answer these questions. So question number 1 is alien registration number of your spouse. If your spouse is accompanying you in the United States, then you will have to write the alien registration number if she or he has, if your spouse has alien registration number. Question number 2 is passport ID card number. If your spouse has a passport, then he will write here passport number. Otherwise he will write identification document card number. After that is date of birth of your spouse. Here is the pattern which you have to follow to answer these questions, like date of birth, date of entry, date of departure. So you will have to write month first, and then days, and then years. So you will write, for example, if your first month, then you will write 01/03, its date and year 2023. So this is the pattern to write date of birth, any date actually in this application. So next is question number 4, US social security number. If your spouse has social security number, you will write here this social security number of your spouse. Here will be complete last name of your spouse, first name of your spouse, middle name of your spouse, other name if your spouse had used in the past, then you will write the other names in question number 8. After that is date of marriage. As you can see that when we will discuss what documents you have to submit if you are married, the first hint of that document is marriage certificate. As you are answering these questions, then you should have your marriage certificate with your spouse. So in question number 9, you will provide the date when you were married. Question number 10 is about place of marriage, where your marriage took place. After that is city as country of birth. So if your spouse has born in Lahore, for example, a city in Pakistan, then you will write here Lahore, Pakistan. So this is date, this is the city and country of birth of your spouse. Next, question number 12 is about nationality, citizenship of your spouse. If your spouse has nationality of any other country, then you will write here nationality. If your spouse has dual nationality, he will write about nationalities of both countries. After that is question number 13, which is about the race, ethnic or tribal group of your spouse. Question number 14 is about male and female, which is gender of your spouse. Question number 15 is this person in the United States? You will write here, if your spouse is in the United States, then you will mention here yes. If your spouse is not accompanying you in the United States, then you will write here no, and then you will have to tell here where your spouse is located at the time of filing this application. So in normal cases, if you are married, you will probably have you can say that you are probably single in the United States. So you will write here no and specify the location of your spouse. If you have in Pakistan, then you will write here Pakistan. After that, a place of last entry into the United States. If your spouse is in the United States, then you will write the place from where she entered. After is question number 17, which is the date of last entry to the United States. When your spouse last entered the United States, you will have to mention that date. After is question number 18, which is about I-94, which is arrival departure records. I have made a video, you can watch where to find I-94 if you don't have. After that is question number 19, which is status when last admitted. When your spouse last entered the USA, what was his status? He was either B1, B2 visa, H1B or either he is on E2 investor visa. Whatever visa he entered the USA, you will have to mention here in this blank question number 19. After that is question number 20, which is what is your spouse current status? So what is his status? You will write here. What is the expiration date of her authorized stay? When will his visa will expire? You will mention that date. Is your spouse in immigration court proceeding? If your spouse is in immigration proceeding, then you will check box yes. Otherwise, you will check no. After that is if previously in the United States, date of previous arrival. If your spouse had come before this tour, then you will mention the date when he entered in the United States previously, in previous, you can say that in previous tour to USA. After that, question number 14, if in the United States, if your spouse is in the United States, is your spouse to be included in this application? If you want to take your spouse as your derivative applicant, then you can write here yes, otherwise you will mention no. This question is asked because you can apply as a principal applicant, and your spouse and children can be taken as derivative applicants. And if they want to apply their own applications, for example, husband wants to apply his application, and wife wants to apply her application separately, then you can check here no. Otherwise you will check here yes if they are with you in the United States and you want to take them as your derivatives. After that is the information about your children. List all of your children regardless of age, location or marital status. Whatever they are, whatever their marital status is, where they are located, or regardless of their age, you have to mention their information in this application. So if you don't have any children, you will check this box, and if you have children, then you will check here I have children, this box. After that is total number of children, how many children you have, you will write here. Okay, after that is you will provide the information from your child. Here is the information about 4 child. Here is the place of 4 childs to include in your application. If you have 5 children, then you will use supplement A at the end of the application. You will print out that supplement, that is supplement A. You will print this supplement and provide your 5th children's information here in supplement A. Sorry for this inconvenience. Okay, so you will provide here the alien registration number of your first child, passport ID or ID card number of that child, marital status, if he or she is married, single, divorced or widowed. You will write here as it mentioned in question number 3. Question number 4 is US social security number. You will write here the social security number of your child, complete last name, first name, middle name, date of birth of your child, city and country of birth, where your child was born. You will write the city and country of birth of your child. Nationality, so most probably as I am Pakistani and I am feeling as a Pakistani, then my child will have same nationality, that is Pakistani. After that, question number 11, that is about race, ethnic or tribal group. You will write here the race, ethnic or tribal group of your child. After that, question number 12, which is about the gender of your child. Is this child in the United States? If yes, then you will check this box, and if he is not in the United States, then you will write then you will check this box no and specify the location of their child if he or she is not with you in the United States. So if your child is with you in the United States, then you will have to provide last entry into United States, from where he, actually question number 14 is about place of last entry, from where your children has entered. So question number 15 is about date of last entry into the United States, that is place and that is the date. Question number 15. Question number 16 is about the I-94, which is a arrival departure record of your child. After that is 17, status when last admitted, when your children last time admitted in the United States, entered in the United States, then what was the status of your child. Question number 18 is about what is your child's current status. So what is the current status of your child? He is out of status, he is on B1 B2 visa, he is derivative, whatever status he has, you will write here. Question number 19 is what is the expiration date of his her authorized stay. So you will write here the date when his visa will expire. Question number 20, is your child in immigration court proceeding? If your child is in immigration court proceeding, then you will write here, you will check this box yes, otherwise you will check this box no. So most probably in most cases it will be no. After that, question number 21, if in the United States, is this child to be included in this application? You will check this box if you want to take your child as your derivative. You will write here yes, he will be automatically included as a derivative applicant in your application. Here is the information of your second child, same as it was for first child. Here is the third one, and here is the place for fourth one. And if you have 5 children, then you will use supplement A, as I have mentioned before in this video. So let's move towards part A3. Hope so that part A2 is clear. It's simple information about your wife, your spouse, your husband and your children. If you have 4 children, then there is enough space, and if you have 5 children, then you will use supplement A. And if you have 1 child, and then you will write an A in every blank. NA. You will write in every box, in every question, NA, 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 NA. So where it is required, you will put NA. You will not leave any question unaddressed. Okay, after that is part A3, that is about your last addresses. List your last addresses where you lived before coming to the United States. If this is not the country where you fear persecution, also list the last address in the country where you fear persecution. Okay, so if you were in Dubai, in Australia, in somewhere else, in Mexico, in any other country, then you will provide the most recent your address. Okay, you will write here, for example, street 1. If it has name, then you will write here name. City, town, you can say that I lived in Dubai. Okay, I'll provide here the information of Saudi Arabia. It's Riyadh. Sorry. Okay, after the department, province or state, we can say that, assume that it's Makkah. Okay, it's country Saudi Arabia. And here you will mention the date from which date you started living in Saudi Arabia and till what date you have lived there. So here it will be dates. After that is blank 2. If you want to provide more than 2 addresses, then you will use supplement B. Remember part A3, question number 1. So you will use part A3, question number 1, and here you will provide your third residence. There is place for 2 residents, you can provide third residence here in supplement B. So hope so I am clear. If you have 2 addresses, that's enough space for 2 addresses, and if you have more than 2 addresses, then you will use supplement B. Supplement A is for children and spouse. Supplement B is for any additional information in the application. If you want to provide any additional information about any question in this application, then you will use supplement B. After that is question number 2, provide the following information about your residence during the past 5 years. So you will write here the past 5 years residence. So hope so this is a very common question, and if you need additional space, then you can use supplement B. Question number 3 is about provide the following information about your education beginning with the most recent school that you have attended. So for example, most recent school, if I have attended, I will write here University of Punjab. Type of school is university, location is Lahore, attended from 2016 to 2018, and whatever you have. After that is previous degrees information from where you got that degree, actually you will provide here. After that is, if you need additional space, then you will use supplement B. After that is question number 4, provide the following information about your employment during the past 5 years. Here you will provide the employment of past 5 years. So if this is the question number 5, provide the following information about your parents and siblings, brothers and sisters. Check the box if the person is deceased. Use form I-589 supplement B or additional sheets of paper. Actually you can use supplement B. You can take multiple prints of supplement B and then use according to your need. And if you don't want to print supplement B, then you can use a white paper and provide information about your specific questions. When you do it on a white paper, then you will have to provide your own information on that paper, on the front of that paper, and after that you will mention the question, question and the answer of that question about which you have to write additional information. After that is the name of your mother, city and town and country of birth of your mother. If she is deceased, then you will check this box, otherwise you will provide the location of your mother. After that is your father's information. You will write here the father's name. After that is city, town and country of birth of your father. If he is deceased, then you will check this box, otherwise you will provide the location where your father is living. After that is your siblings. If you have four sisters and brothers, then you will have enough space to write here, and if you have more than 4 siblings, then you will use supplement B by mentioning part A3, question number 5. Okay, also I am clear with this these things. In the next video we'll actually discuss about the you can say that part B, which is the main part of this application. In this part B, actually you will make your claim. On what basis you are going to apply your asylum, you will explain it in part B. So in part B we will discuss in one video part B, and in one video part C, And in the last video we will discuss part D, that is about your signatures, and part D, E, F, G, we will discuss it in a single video. So hope so I'm clear. I'll repeat it again that you can remember it. So moving towards part A3, actually it's part A2. A1 is about you is about information of the petitioner, okay, the person who is applying. Part A2 is about your spouse and children. If you are not married, then you will check this box, otherwise you will have to provide all this information. And at the end of question number 24, in this question you will include your spouse as your derivative. After that is your children. So here I want to mention one thing, that USCIS laws or Immigration and Nationality Act and Code for Federal Regulation do not recognize polygamy. You cannot claim more than one spouses. So USCIS or US immigration laws only recognize one marriage. You cannot take multiple spouses as your derivatives. So here will be the information of your children. If you don't have children, then you can skip to towards part A3. And if you have children, then you will have to provide all this information which I have addressed already. And here is the space for 4 children, and if you have 5 children, then you will use supplement A. Okay, after that is part A3, question number 1, which is your last addresses before coming to United States. Question number 2 is about your residence last 5 years. Question number 3 is about your education. Question number 4 is about your employment. Question number 5 is about your parents and siblings. In the next video, we will discuss part B, which is about information about your application. So that is the that is the main part of this application, from where we'll start writing our claim of asylum. Hope so. I am done with the with your understandings, and you have understand what to write, what I want to say, and what you have to write in this application. So see you in the next video. Hope so you are following the series. Thank you so much. Take care.